So Nassar, bringing in a lot of partners from the outside. You're bringing in Livongo, bringing in others, and you're creating these new agreements. But again, we started with this sort of, you have a legacy. Much like there's a business legacy and a regulatory legacy, there's a technology legacy. How do you help those startups to plug in?
So that is the challenge, I think. So look, whole premise of acting like a startup requires us to be nimble and fast moving. But as you know, that sometimes because we are an AMC, sometimes and many times because of our vendors, there are tons of limitations, right? And think our philosophy and where we have been pushing up is that we need to free data from the limitations of vendor-specific technologies and from the limitations of data center and our own bureaucracy, right? And that's where my team and myself are pushing. So interoperability is big on our roadmap, whether it's use of APIs or standards like FHIR, and we are at a national level, at a local level, we are pushing for standards and freeing up data. Okay, data center, and this is I think your background, right? We are still every acquisition comes with 2 data centers, primary and backup. So we with all the acquisitions, we have now 15 data centers, right? And some of the data centers are very small, some of them are pretty big, but 15 data centers, unsustainable, right? Our data resides in these data centers, and to get any piece of information out to, let's say, a vendor who we are partnering up, there are 5 different EMRs, there are 6 different revenue cycle systems, there are 4 different PAC systems. It's just a nightmare right now, right? That's when the reason I say that Epic is going to help us, or our PACs, which is Philips, things like standardization is going to help us there, right? I'm a big believer in cloud. I think that moving data off in a way where anyone can access anything, anywhere, right? With the appropriate access, that is what we are focusing on. That's what is going to help us partner with startups. I think automation, there's a huge push, at least in Jefferson and my team, to automate. And lastly, I would say that I think that in probably mid to long term, AI is going to be big. I think that's where true value is going to come by virtue of getting the data and getting the data to the right party interested.
Yeah. You know, it was interesting. I was on a webinar last week, I think, with Peter Lee from Microsoft and the folks from Innovacor, and it was just funny because people were saying, "Boy, it's neat that hospital executives or health system executives thinking about this." I mean, we're talking about cloud. I mean, it's not like we're in the 90s, you know, and it's just funny that to me at least, that I'm viewed as a little bit of a unicorn, that this is what our whole strategy is, that we're going to get into the 21st century when it comes to how we deliver healthcare.